Hello everyone! So in this video I'll be unboxing this knitting circle knitting station. This is a 22 pin knitting machine. I have the 40 pin one as well. I really liked the knitting circle knitting machines. So this is 40 pin which I make earwarmers on. So I figured I also go for this one, which is a 22 pin, to make earwarmers for children. I also have the 22 pin in the pink one, but it's not working as great anymore. And I also have a Centro, which is a 48 pin, but I'm not liking Centro as much. I really prefer the knitting circle ones. It's a lot smoother. So rather than buying this one from the Centro brand, obviously I bought this one in the knitting circle one. So let's unbox this one and see how this one goes. So it comes with a few balls of yarn. I never really use these ones. They came with my other machines as well. I don't really use them. They're quite cheapy. But I suppose it's a nice, good, easy project to use at first. Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we've got the main, the legs, it has a little buckler with it and a crochet hook to pick up stitches and a needle. I do like these little plastic needles to go with the plastic machines to cast off. In the booklet it just says where the yarn guide is. So you have the T and the P. So the P panel is pen on it and T is a tube knit, which is right here. So if you put it on panel, it only goes one way and back rather than circular, and if you put it on tube, it goes in a circle. So the reason why I have two of these big ones is because I accidentally put it on panel mode and I did not understand why it didn't continue. I only go back and forth, so I bought another one. Only after it arrived it did the same thing, so I figured that was broken too, but it wasn't, because it was on the panel mode instead of the tube. Yeah, so it looks exactly the same, it's just a bit smaller. And it comes with some feet, just like my pink one that has some feet on there as well, some nice foam pads. So obviously it has the handle, 22 needles. So the starter hook is the white hook and all the other ones are the green. So here it has a few directions of how to cast on, how to fix top stitches, change yarn, casting off, how to make a scarf, and how to make mittens, flat panel knitting, and a tassel scarf. So it has a few little projects. Does it actually mention how to put the feet on? It's quite simple. Anyway, I think you just snap them on. The Centro, you had to use a screwdriver. I don't know where all these things are for. So there you go, it's one. bit on there. Let's pop the pads on. There we go. We're ready to go. So it might be a little bit noisier than the Centro, but I don't mind it at all. This is my pink one that I had before. I feel it's going a little bit more clunky, so it keeps like getting stuck, or maybe I just put it on panel. Okay, there you go. So it's actually a bit quieter than this one. This is definitely a bit more noisy. Yeah, so there you go. Let's give that a try. So yeah, these are very similar. And then you got here my big one. So this is my 40 pin and this is a 22. So on this one I make ear warmers or scarves, or you can make like more narrow scarves on this one. Okay, let's find some yarn. So I'm just using this yarn that they gave us with the knitting machine to cast on. So to cast on, you start at the first needle, just keeps going up, around, back and forth the needles. So in front of the needles, back of the needle, front, the back, front, back, until you're at the end. There we go. And I'm just going to do 5 rows. Oh, yeah, no, that's good. One, two. That's the right one. 2, 3. 4. Okay, I don't really like this yarn. Anyway, take that off. And I'm gonna go with this yarn. So this is the Women's Institute yarn from Hobbycraft. It's an Aran weight yarn. And I really love this yarn. I only use Aran weight, maybe sometimes double knitting yarn on it. Not chunky, it will ruin the machine. So I'm just gonna take that one off like that. Have a little tail. Put it in, hang it there, and hold it. Oh dear. Oh, it's not on the guide. There it is. So that's one. Let's see. Okay, it goes a lot smoother now. It just had some like jagged edges to the needles, so once I took it off it goes a lot more smooth. I might have to start again. Let's give it another go and use some proper yarn. So let's take this off. There we go. Let's see if the other yarn goes a bit better. I really don't like the GP yarn. So what I normally use is just leftover Aran Weight yarn. It's the same kind of yarn as this. So let's try that. So let's cast on again, this time with the good yarn. Okay, as I cast on, like waste yarn. I use a cast on method with waste yarn. So put a tail in there. Goes around the first hook. Make sure it's in the guide. Okay. 2. I think every time here I feel like there's something stuck. Okay, we went past that bit now. You can see that the stitches are a lot more even than the last time. I definitely like this yarn more. You see it kind of moves around a bit. I normally put like plastic, and what is it, like the really sticky tape, but that you can still peel off, like a magic tape or something to keep it together, or you can use like other grips to hold it to the table. It's this bit, so this loop needs to be down. I think I'm just going to use up this ball. Last one. Oh. There we go. Got only a little bit left, so I'm going to throw that in. And I get my waste yarn again. Put that in. A little bit left over there. To always make sure that when you connect waste yarn or any other one, that you at the first needle and not just somewhere random, so you have it always straight. And that also counts for the waste yarn. So I'm going to stop here because I'm not sure if I can go around. Pop it in and just turn. And it's off. There you go. Made a little strip. It looks so pretty and knitted. So when you want to have a look of what yarn you can use, it's normally the yarn that gets knitted on 5mm needles. That one is a safe one to go for. When it's 6mm, it'll be too chunky to go in a knitting machine, and you'll be just keep trying and trying. The first time it might work, but a few times after that you would just slip gears and it will be ruined. So yeah, definitely 5mm needles is perfect. 4mm needles is doable as well, which is your double knitting. What I've made before with the pink one, which is the same as this one, is like little pumpkins. So these are little pumpkins I used to sell. Yeah, I made these all on the little knitting machine. So this is my small pumpkin and my mini. Yeah, they're very, very cute together. Yeah, so you can make those on the knitting machine as well. There we go, and the other side is just the pearl side. So it did have a little bit of problems, but of course they are just toy machines. I only paid £15 for this one. Well, this one, I think you can get them probably for £16 too. Back in the day, it costed about 25. And this 40 pen is about £30, I think. Yeah, I do like this machine. It does get stuck sometimes though, so I'm not totally convinced if it's better than my pink one. So I do love my pink one. But it did have its own problems as well. So yeah, I'll probably be using both of them. Thinking it's quite nice to make ear warmers for kids. Yeah.